Hi, welcome to today's live blanket and sneeze, and you will uh, soon see the very obvious reasons. I'm full of allergies today, so I can't work on orders because I'm gonna get them all dirty and disgusting. So I have to work on something else. So I'm gonna uh, make progress on my Halloween blanket. I decided not to make the extra squares and to just keep it like it is. But I'm gonna try to make it like a border to make it a little bit bigger because right now it's quite small. It's not covering my body, so I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna go get water. I thought it was full, but apparently it's not. I'm gonna be right back. And here now we have fresh water, so at least that's gonna help. Not that it helps with allergies, but it's good to stay hydrated regardless of that. Let me just make sure I don't put water everywhere this time. But hi everyone. Yeah, I'm very sneezy. Yesterday I didn't come live. I got a very strong impulse to dye yarn, so I got my tulip party kit and I just dyed cotton yarn. And it's drying right now. I have to give it a second bath with more soap because there's still color in there. But I'm thinking I'm just gonna crochet it and wash the finished piece. Uh, Regardless, even if it dyes my fingers, it's not a big deal. Because skeins like that are very very hard to wash. Like they absorb a lot of color, and tie-dye color is not made to make vibrant intense colors. It's just meant to have a little hint of color because it's for children. So it's not meant to be like super pigmented or anything. So that's why it gets out very easily because it's not meant to be like super boom in your face. So yeah, I'm just gonna make progress on my blanket instead. It's quite going quite well. I'm doing the border right now. I was supposed to make 9 rows, but I kept it 6 by 6 because right now I would have had to buy more yarn, and I can't really afford to do that. So it could have taken years before I would have been able to finish it. Because the colors I need to use are also colors I need to use for other things, like orders, like my zombie cats. So I can't do that. And the yellow is discontinued, the yellow I'm using for it. So that's also something I can't do. Um, Let me put my links in the chat because right now I'm completely poor. I don't have money in my bank account right now. So if you would like to help out, I would really appreciate it. Um, Check out my Etsy shop. I have a lot of crochet plushies. I have a lot of shawls. I have a lot of other fun items for you. Um, just check it out and let me know if there's one of my items that you don't see on Etsy. That you want to buy. Write me a message and we can arrange that. But yeah, and I have my Kofi link over there. Like I said, right now I don't have any money in my bank at all. I needed to put everything on a bill that is not even finished paying yet. So I don't have anything. Right now I don't have anything at all. So if you want to help out, click on my Kofi. I have a fundraiser for rent and necessities and bills and things like that. Everything given towards that goes to that. And right now I need food because the only thing I have is rice and it's raising my allergies right now, so I can't really use that. like if I continue eating rice, I'm just gonna get worse and worse. Because like I'm allergic to something in it. I don't know what it is, but I eat it just because it's cheap, and that's the only thing I can afford right now. And I have absolutely $0 in my bank account. I don't have any uh, enough to even buy anything. I cannot even buy food. Like I wouldn't ask for this if I had any money. I just don't have any right now. So that's why. But yeah, the only thing I have is rice, and if I continue eating that, I'm just getting sicker. That's why, like, I usually alternate. Like, I'll eat rice for a while, and I'll buy other stuff when I get allergies. Just because, like I said, rice is really cheap, and like I can't afford to not eat rice even if it makes me sick. Um, but right now my allergies are getting worse because I've probably touched or used something else I was allergic to, and those combine. Allergies combine. You don't just get an allergy and then you get a different one. No, they combine. You get worse if you use or touch many things you're allergic to. But like I said, that's all I can do right now. I don't have a choice. I have to eat rice. I can't eat spaghetti because I'm allergic to wheat, so that's another thing I can't do. I know it's quite cheap, and I can't eat most pasta or noodles because it's too much. It's too squishy. I can't deal with the texture, and I'm allergic to it anyway because of the wheat. But like I said, like this is the only thing I can eat right now. So I'm just gonna be sneezy for a while. Um, this is the blanket I'm working on. Sorry, I need to put my chair in the right place. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just pushing my chair. It's not right now. It needs to be right. Anyway, I'm sorry. But this is the blanket I'm finishing. I was going to put more rows because, like I said, it doesn't cover my body right now. It covers like my middle section and nothing else. But I'm just alternating between yellow and black, and then I'll do other colors because this is discontinued, so I can't like put colors in order. I can't do like someone told me I should absolutely change colors every row, but if I wait until the next time I have to do yellow, I'm not gonna have enough to complete only one row. So I decided to just do the yellow first. Like like this. Right now it looks like Charlie Brown's shirt, but that's all I can do. But it looks nice. I wanted a solid border because I prefer how it looks. Granny borders are fun, but on a blocky blanket like that is joined by a very heavy stitch. As you can see, I used the zigzag slip stitch to join, and it looks quite bulky. I prefer to do a solid border. I just think it looks neater a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. So if you want to join me and work on some projects while I do this and have a chat, feel free to. I'm going to be sneezy. I'm going to sneeze a lot. But this is all I can work on right now because this is for myself. It's okay if I sneeze on it, but I don't want to work on the orders or anything because I don't want to get them full of nose stuff. I don't like the other word. But I don't want to put mucus on it or anything, just for respect to my customers. Um, just as respect for my customers, I don't want to do that. But also, like having to clean them is quite tedious. Cleaning a plushie, you can't just put it in the wash. You have to spot clean, And it's possible, but you have to rub the soap in and everything, and it can damage the yarn. And it's fine when you own it, but having to do that as a as you know, before even sending it, and then they receive something that has been altered, like that's not nice. I normally just do a surface cleaning when I send these. Only garments will I put in the washer or hand wash or something. It's quite easy when you do a shawl, you just wash it before blocking it. It will be wet anyway, so then you just pin it down. So you can do that. Wash it, then block it immediately after. Don't put it in the dryer. Never put something you want to block in the dryer. Just pin it down and block it because it needs to be wet when you do that. You can also steam it if you'd like, but to me, it's like an extra step. Like just after it comes out of the wash, you just pin it down. That's what I do. Or I just spray it. If it doesn't need to be washed, I just spray it and block it that way. But yeah, most of the time you're gonna wanna do that if it's going to someone else. Because obviously it's your germs, it's your dirt, it's your dust, everything. And the person could have a very bad reaction to something that's in your space. But you could be absolutely fine with it because you're used to that. But yeah, right now I'm having a lot of allergies, but I can't stop eating rice. Like I said, I have to do it, even if it's harming me right now because I don't have money at all in my bank account, and I have a big bag of rice. I have like 4 kilograms of it. That will last me a few days, but like I said, like I have a croissant dough like Pillsbury, but I can't eat that just on itself. I can't. I've tried in the past, but because of our fit, it's not something I can do. I have to put something else in it. Otherwise, it's too doughy and it's too crusty. I can't. It needs to have at least interest in it, you know. Otherwise, like when I eat it, I I gag a little bit. It's not good. But yeah, I have that too. But I usually do pigs in a blanket with those when I can. But hot dogs are super expensive, so I'm not gonna be able to do that unless they're like discounted or something. But they never really get discounted. I can't use chicken hot dogs or beef hot dogs. It has to be pork because both of the other ones make me sick. Every time I've eaten one, I've gotten sick, so I'm not even gonna tempt that. I'm not gonna tempt fate and try to eat it, you know. But hi, welcome in. I'm sorry that I'm talking like this. My nose is very stuffy because of allergies. I'm liking all the colors of this blanket. Don't ask me to lift it up and show you right now because I have a lot of yarn spill. I will do that when I don't have yarn spill, so I apologize. But it's not a possibility right now. I don't know if you can relate, but it seems to me that my furrows are melting because uh, the resin is getting sticky every time I use them, and I think it's because I overheat as an autistic person. I think that might be why. A while ago, I ordered some resin hooks from an Etsy store. It was years ago. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago, something like that. And they were like Halloweeny Beetlejuice and all of that. And the quality was terrible. It was so poor. One of them, the Beetlejuice one, that was black and white with some green and purple at the top, but the whole shaft of it, the handle part was black and white stripes, like Beetlejuice stripes, but it was such bad quality, like it had been cured poorly. It was um, folding on itself. You could fold it, like you could twist it and you could fold it and you could skew it. And I'm not even kidding. You could just like do this and it would bend and it wouldn't snap because it had been cured improperly. I think I still have the black and white with some red, maybe, but the Halloween one was all sticky and disgusting, and the head was completely twisted backwards. So yeah, I had to throw two of them away because of that, and I can't remember the name of the Etsy. I don't want to give them bad publicity, but I keep seeing their hooks pop up on my Etsy feed, and I'm just like, are people still getting scammed with that shop? Like, because that's pretty bad what I received, and like it's not a matter of contacting them and getting a replacement because those are just poorly constructed. Sometimes you just shout the person a message and they will get you your things right, but that was just like poorly constructed all over. I didn't want to pay for a replacement really, and I didn't want to like have to repay shipping or whatever. Because most of the time on Etsy, if you're dealing with a well, sometimes they will pay shipping for you if they're replacing something, but a lot of the time when you deal with a small business, they can't afford that, so they will offer you a replacement, but you still gotta pay at least shipping. I don't remember what was the case with this particular one. That was with my old Etsy account. And so I don't remember what the policy was when I purchased them. It's been too long ago. But I remember that when I tried, it doesn't seem like it was possible. Um but the furls are good, but they're just like the surface is melting when I hold them, and I think that might be why they're sticky. Because I kept thinking it's because my hands are sticky or whatever, but I think the resin is melting. Because when you put a heat source near a resin hook, they get sticky, sort of, you know, which is normal because um resin isn't heat resistant. If it cures properly, it can withstand uh, room temperature, even a warm spring day maybe. But if it gets heated, though, that's yeah, it can melt a little bit because that's plastic. It's sort of plastic. I don't know what it counts as, but I would say it's plastic adjacent personally. I don't know if it's a plastic because I don't know what constitutes that, like what components decides if it is one or not. But I just know that resin is often confused with acrylic, and it's actually very different. Acrylic is stiffer, resin is sticky and moldable. You can make an acrylic hook too. But yeah, like I said, like if you drop something made out of resin and it snaps, it doesn't shatter, it just snaps, it just breaks. That's what I've noticed anyway, because I've broken some things. Like pieces of it can come undone, and if it's cured improperly, it can fray. But acrylic would just shatter if you drop an acrylic hook, excuse me. My pronunciation sucks. I'm sorry. But if you break an acrylic hook or an acrylic jar or something, it will shatter in pieces. Like that's what I've noticed. So yeah, those are just ways in which it's different. I'm gonna have to use some of my full skeins of black for this because I have like little pieces of it um in my bag over there. But I'm sorry. The problem with that is the black is only a row of single crochet. Here you can see it. It's just single crochet. So when you join bits and pieces on single crochet, it looks bulky and it looks a little bit ugly. So for it specifically, I'm gonna use um, a full skein. Oh, Spanish people are taking up crochet. That's good. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Hope you're having a good weekend too. We're still Thursday, so it's still the week for me. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. We're just bordering my huge blanket right now. It's not that huge. It's not as huge as I would have liked it to be. But hopefully, I can add at least a few inches with the border. Right now, we have an inch and a half more with what I have here, the yellow, as you can maybe see. Okay. Oh boy. Can I even put one there? I don't know. I'm gonna have to count. I don't want to have to frog this, but it looks like I might have to frog this. I think I might have done it right, but it doesn't matter. I really don't want to have to count that many stitches. I'm just being lazy right now. I apologize for the weird nose noises. My goal for today is to at least finish a few rounds, at least one or two. I've done almost three. I've done 2.5 yesterday, so I would like to at least do that amount, maybe more, because yesterday I did some joining as well. Yesterday I did four of the joins, like the whole length, like you can see it here. It goes all across the blanket. So yeah, uh, that is for today. If I can manage to finish the yellow and maybe start, I was going with gray, but I might go with purple for the next color because I don't want to go in chronological order and go green and then you know Or I might do orange next. I don't know. I don't think I want to go green. Someone told me it looked out of place, the yellow. And I was just like, well, I needed it to touch the yellow joints. You know, I didn't want it to be a stark contrast with another color. I wanted it to join here, where the square joins meets the first row of the border, like here, down here. That's what I wanted to do. So yeah, I think this is my last side before I switch to the next round, which is gonna be single crochet of black. I want to make a stripe of black in between each color, or each row, uh, specifically each row. I really like doing double crochet and alternating like this. I was debating making a taller stitch so it showed more, but I think I prefer this. Like it's just a subtle stripe in the middle there. And it looks like Charlie Brown. It's gonna look even more like Charlie Brown because I'm gonna have another stripe on there. Oh yeah, it's my last side. I have some pretty cool patterns on there. I have an eye, I have a pumpkin, I have a bunch of them actually. I have a lantern that I tested for someone on Ribbler, and their test was weird a little bit. I followed the chart and I was fine, but the way they wrote it and written instructions was a little bit weird at first. But it's a very good pattern, so if I find it again, I will give it to you. I have such a hard time finding anything in my library on Ribbler right now. Because you can download 5 free patterns a day, and I've done that a lot. So my library is kind of chaotic. I'm sorry. I'm really sneezy right now. So yeah, yesterday I dyed some yarn and I'm just waiting for it to dry, and then I'm gonna give it the second bath, or like I said, I might just decide to crochet it and wash it after in the washing machine where it can withstand it because that's cotton yarn. That's the Cotton King 8-4. And it was from a cone, so I dyed all 500 grams of it. I just separated it into 5 different hanks. One is quite bigger, it's got like 160 grams in it. And I have a smaller one that's about maybe 40 grams. And I've made it a quite dark color so I can use it as a nice border or something. And the other ones have various color schemes. I tried to go a little bit Halloweeny, but it didn't end up reading so well on some of them. It looks just like brights. But I still like it. I have a candy colorway actually with some pinks and purples that I think is super nice, and I can't wait to use that one. But it sure as heck gonna stain my hands because Yeah, the pink color contains a lot of red, and that tends to like not want to rinse out even if you put it under the water for 5 minutes with soap and everything. Like it's super hard to rinse it out. It didn't rinse completely clear even after a while of doing it. But I'm satisfied with the outcome. I am. And I can't wait to show it to you. It's gonna take a few days to dry because it's fully saturated with water right now, and it's gotten so it can tend to soak up quite a bit. I still have two bottles of dye, one yellow and one coral peachy color, sort of. I don't know what to do with it. I don't have any more yarn to dye. I could dye one of Rainbow Cotton skeins, but also I want to keep that to make amigurumi and things for orders. So it's just like, I don't know. So yeah, I dyed my full cotton cone. I could have used it for a wedding shawl or something, but I know that I would have stained it as I made it because I stain everything that's white. So I had fun doing it. That's the important part. So yeah, this yellow is discontinued. This is Hirschner's Halloween Shimmer, not Halloween Sparkle. This is from a few years ago, and it's been discontinued a while ago. They had a bunch of solids actually, and the one that was like a bunch of different colors together. It had black, purple, orange, green, all in one skein, just like kind of little strikes of it. It was really cool. I wish I had some of it. But I have a lot of the white, a lot of the green, and I had one full skein of yellow, and it's almost all going into this blanket. I made one headband out of this, other than the project right now. But it's a quite good color. I think I can even get away with the third row. Maybe. More Charlie Brown shirt colors. you know. I'm sorry, my nose is dripping again. I wish I could just stuff uh, tissues in it, but that's not very glorious to do on stream. The thing when you do that, it stops allergens from going into your nose, so it stops dripping. And since I'm allergic to dust mites and a bunch of other stuff as well, it's kind of tricky. When I get allergic reaction to one thing, I'm more sensitive to the other stuff, obviously. And I've lifted a lot of dust because I um, ran the robot vacuum cleaner yesterday, and I got out an old plastic thingy that had a bunch of paint dust on it. I used for dyeing to not dye my carpet, my rug anyway, my area rug because I like my area rug. It's big and it was expensive, so I'd like to keep it that way. I'd like to keep it neat. So I protected it with a bunch of cardboard boxes and a plastic cover. And I had previously used to spray paint something, a piece of furniture in black, but it got a lot of little flakes of black stuff. So yeah, not the best. I wish I had thought of it sooner, because I thought it would be okay if I just flipped it, but no, it got little flicks everywhere on my yarn and everything else also. But you live and you learn, it's not a big deal. It just happened to be so, and I rinsed it out and I vacuumed it and it was fine. I'm sorry. But at least I'm enjoying the project I'm working on. So that at least is a plus. I really like that yarn. A lot of this was made using Amigo XL in neon green and neon orange, but I don't have any of it anymore. I still have the neon yellow that I didn't use in this blanket, by the way. The only yellow I used was for joining in the border, this sparkly neon, sparkly yellow, not neon, from Hirschner's. I wish they still had the solid sparkly Halloween colors. I would have bought more, especially the purple and the orange, because I missed out on those. When I got in, everything was already getting out of stock. They only had white, yellow, and green left, so I got that. And now I wish I had known about it sooner. I would have gotten the special colorway with all the little specks of colors, you know. I'm getting little fibers in my mouth. This is so annoying. And we have a light gray, a light bluish gray, like the Lego color right now, too. I really like with this border. It's gonna look substantially um solid. It's gonna look intense. And it's gonna stand out quite a bit. That was my goal. I wanted it to stand out. So, um, yeah, I'm gonna go get the skein of black. And I'm just gonna uh, sort the scraps that are in that bag later. This is a rather nice color. I'm not usually a fan of yellow. I'm more into nice bright colors that are not aggressively sunny, but I'm learning to appreciate this color. Okay, and now I gotta doop, doop, and do the chain and join it. Hey, come on, join. I said join. Arr, rawr. I'm a mean lion. Okay, I think I did. Yes, I did that. I fastened it off properly. Yay. And yeah, I have this left. So I think I would have enough for at least one last round. But I don't think I would have enough for more than that. Uh, it looks quite nice. One, I said one, two, three, four, and you go one way, and you go back. And then I'm gonna do the same thing in four directions. so that it just stays put. I like to weave in my ends in 4 directions. They say to do at least 3, but yeah, I do 4. And sometimes it still pops out. It's also good to go up and down, not just under the stitches, but through the stitches. I don't know if you knew that. I think people know, but just in case you don't, it's also good to do that. You could go zigzag too. It works especially well with knitting because you can like just follow the curve of whatever you're doing, and it works well. Okay, and snip, snip, and sneeze, sneeze because I need to blow my nose again. It's runny. I apologize for the information that is probably too much. And we're gonna grab another corner because I like to start in different corners so the start is like indistinguishable. I started there last time for the black, so this time I'm gonna start here. Great. Yeah. I like this square because this was made using the uh Amigo XL. And this neon orange is bright, but this one here down here is a little bit lighter, and this was made with the Loops and Threads Soft Classic Orange, the new neon one. And it's good, but it's quite like cheese snips colored. It's not as bright as I would have expected a neon orange to be. I'm sorry. Yeah, this blanket is gonna have its dedicated skin of black. Because if I sneeze over it all the time, I'm not gonna want to use that for orders. Someone put me out of my misery. I can't stand it anymore. I also don't have money to buy allergy meds. Whoa. Sorry for the copyrighted music. I forgot my phone had sound. Okay. We're gonna go get a skin of black. It's raining today. I'm glad I'm staying indoors so I don't have to endure the crappy weather. Let me show you the forecast. The Montreal forecast. Mm. Yeah, rain with a temperature of 18 degrees. It's hot. It's humid too. Wow, 92% humidity. I'm probably also just allergic to life in general cuz like during springtime when things are blossoming again, it's a pretty bad time for me. So I'm just probably allergic to everything plus what I've eaten, you know. Okay. I like this color so much, the yellow. It's rare for me to say that I like yellow. It's really not something you will hear a lot of. And I'm sorry, there will be the return of the bell because I needed to see my stitches. Um, so I will need to put it inside here because sometimes I will miss that and I will mistake the first slip stitch to attach the yarn for the actual stitch. So I like to do that just because when you have sensory processing differences, sometimes you will miss things like that are obvious to other people, but your brain has kind of a hard time seeing it. Like I've been crocheting for 4 years and I still miss that stuff because of that reason. My brain will just not make sense of things. Okay, and now I can weave back the tail. Uh, Let me know if you've made any interesting blankets lately. I'm thinking I'm gonna finish at least the yellow today. That would be a great compromise. And then I can move on to another color. Well, at least start it, not really like use it, but at least have it there. It's a stark contrast. It look like bee stripes right now. Look at that. Bee stripes. Or Charlie Brown, whatever you prefer. It's just because it looked like little uh, diamond shapes. Just like, you know, just like Charlie Brown. I love peanuts, but not on a Halloween blanket. That's what I was saying to my friend. We were talking about that. And she was like, but I love Charlie Brown. Yes, me too, just not here. Okay. My friend is funny. She's from Scotland. And yeah, I always like message her quirky things about the crochet pieces I'm making. And she'll do the same. It's quite funny. I met her because I kept talking about Skinny Puppy and Ribbler. And she was like, oh, Skinny Puppy. I know that because that guy has played in Repo. And so that's how we started talking. We started talking about Ogre being in Repo the Genetic Opera. And I was like, ha, I'm meeting him soon. And she was like, he's never gonna come here. And I felt bad for that. So I told him that my friend had a message for him. And he was like, oh, okay. I don't remember what happened next. But yeah, that's what I did. My nose is not a fan of life. My nose wants to die. If I just breathe through my mouth, maybe I'll be okay. Or slightly better, at least. The water tastes weird. And I have little fibers wanting to go into my mouth. No, we don't want that. The thing when you do a blanket with a thick border like this is it gets bigger and bigger and it takes more and more time to do it. So at some point, like you get tired more easily. Well, at least I do because varying your stitches and doing other fun things is great, but doing very long stripes of one color is very exhausting for someone like me. So yeah, it's just like a thing, a personal thing. And when I finish this whip, I'm gonna have the ability to finish more whips. And I keep saying I'll do more whips, blah blah blah. I do a few stitches on a few of them, and then I give up again, and I start like 5 projects to compensate. But we're gonna go smartly about this, and we're just gonna work on as many things, or frog as many things as we possibly can. Because I really needed to make space in here. Oh, it's getting crowded. And it's affecting my mood. And like not being able to clean as well as I want to because my roommate messes everything up is really dampening my mood too. So right now I'm just trying to do what I can to counter that, to counteract the messiness. So this one will too be sort of a lap blanket, but a little bit larger than that. More along the sides of a small throw, a very small throw because throws tend to be really big. But this one is just a granny cuteness thing. It will be home decor for a hallway. I need a spot to fold the blankets I'm not using. I need to make space for that too in my closet, the communal closet, because my room closet is full. So I need to make space. There's a way for me to arrange that because I have a bin that is unused. So I could remove it and just fold blankets and put them on that shelf. I'm just thinking right now what would be best for this. But yeah, I was gonna make 9 squares. At some point, I just got tired. Well, 9 squares, I mean 9 by 6. Like, I would have um, uh, 18 more squares to make. But yeah, no. No. I love rainy days, but right now it's like the end of the world rainy. Like, I would have to swim if I had to go somewhere. I would have to swim back here. Or maybe go on a small boat. like Celine said, a kayak. Uh, Hello, viewers. Come say hi. Please hang out with me and talk to me. I'm in a very distressed state of nose. My nose is distressed. I feel good emotionally. I'm just depressed about being so allergic to life. Again, I'm sorry that I talk like this. If I could manage to at least um, finish the yellow, that'd be great. I said this already, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah. Horror conventions are starting to pop up, and because yesterday on the Skinny Puppy group, it was announced that Ogre was going to a bunch of Day of the Dead conventions, which are all on the West Coast in the US. So we don't get any of them. But what I really want is to meet Bill Mosley, and he does a lot of conventions. And so if he does one anywhere close to where I live, even if it has to be Ontario, like I will go. I will go. I've been to Ontario before. It doesn't scare me. It's not as conservative as Alberta, so I'm a little bit less scared of going there than I was going to Calgary. But yeah, as a queer person, it's tough. Sometimes to travel, you can't exactly travel wherever you want, or you have to be super careful about it. Like when I went to Calgary, I was debating using my dead name and dressing more femme just for that. I dressed femme for the concert, thinking maybe I'll get harassed. But it was fine. Nobody harassed me because again, I looked femme. I didn't out myself at all. I outed myself only to the person I was staying with, who they were a queer autistic person, so I felt safe there. But yeah, I don't think I would manage to go to a convention though, even if it was in Toronto or something, because it's quite pricey to go in bus or something. I would have to see. Right now, I don't have the means to, but it's in a few months anyway. It's like around September, October. So it's not for a while anyway. It's not something I have to think about now, but I'm just like thinking about it because it's starting to be announced everywhere. I would grab like a weekend pass. I want to meet Bill Mosley. I've wanted to meet him for a long time. And I just want to go to a horror convention in general because I've never been to one. I'm wearing one of my skinny puppy shirts right now because my laundry is about quite dry. I think it is mostly dry. Yeah, well, this shirt was. It was fine. I think maybe my hoodie might still be a little uh damp, but yeah. And I changed because I got some water on my other shirt while I was rinsing out the yarns I dyed, and um, I've already put plenty of mucus on this skinny puppy shirt. It doesn't really show on camera, but I sneezed on it accidentally a little bit. So I'm already gonna have to change again soon. I'm gonna keep it for the day, then throw it in the wash to remove that. And I changed my sheets today, and I washed the other one, so I got that accomplished, and I'm proud of that. As a neurodivergent person, it's really hard to do these simple tasks sometimes, so you do have to be proud of yourself when you do, you know. So I'm proud. I got my sheets clean. I got clean sheets, and I cleaned the ones that were dirty. So give myself a little pat on the shoulder there. I'm proud of doing that. I've been accomplishing a lot these past few days, and I'm quite happy. Turns out I was doing my rows correctly. I don't know why I was worried about doing them wrong, but I've been doing them okay. I guess sometimes, yeah, like I said, some shapes I don't really see well because of sensory processing. So yeah, I do have to get into this stitch, and those, and then these ones here now because these ones are just uh, the corner stitches, the corner chain, and I'm doing a two chain even in single crochet rounds because it makes for a very square appearance. Look at that! It's like sorry, it's a very good 90 degree angle. Sorry. Death. My nose is passing away. I was replying to my friend about dyeing yarn because he used to do that a lot, and he had a yarn business, a yarn dyeing business. But I think he doesn't do it so much now. But yeah, I'm not turning that into a business. I'm just telling you, it's too much work. I'm not gonna sell dyed yarn. I don't think I'd be able to get the consistency I would need anyway. Because it was a pretty awkward process for me. But at least I enjoyed it, and I'm okay doing it for myself, and I might sell pieces I make with my own hand dyed yarn at some point. But it's not gonna be something like I'm not gonna sell hanks or anything like that. But who inspired me to do this is Cam Knits because I was watching some of her tutorials and things, and she did recently some hand dyed yarns with a Easter kit and some uh, like dye tablets and a comparison and something like that, like just a comparison of the two. They were all tablets, but one from was from an Easter kit and the other was from a dye bat kit, sort of. And it turned out that the Easter kit was so much brighter. And I looked it up, and what do you know? She had a tulip dye kit tutorial with the party tie dye kits, which is what I had, the leftovers from that skinny puppy shirt I tie dyed. At first, I tried to do a spiral thingy, but it didn't work so well. But after that, I just decided, hey, I'm just gonna get dye everywhere, and it worked. That dye everywhere worked way better. It was beautiful. I'm gonna wear it sometimes for you guys. I can't right now because it needs to be washed, and I need to fix my washing machine because it's being stupid at the moment. But I will do that for you, I promise. Sometime. But yeah, I had some oranges. I had one teal, which I mixed pink into to make purple, and it made a quite good purple. And I made a few different purples. I made a more bluish purple and a more pinkish purple, and I played with that. And I did some spots here and there. And the colors are not neat. I played by putting some colors into each other and making it messy, because that's how I liked it to be. That's kind of more my vibe. Things that are messy and intense. If I had a yarn dyeing business, I would make spotty, uneven yarns, and that would be my marketing goal, is to get it as messy and weird as possible. I was joking with myself that I would make a gray colorway that had some rust and some mossy, rotten color to it, and I would call it Rotten Assimilate because of this kitty puppy thing. Obviously, I would not market that though because it's their song, but I just thought it would be a pretty name for such a colorway with kind of rusty brown oranges, orangish browns, reddish orangish browns, and some mossy greens, and some blue, some like uh, moldy blue, moldy green, just speckles of rust and mold. And yeah, I thought that was a pretty good colorway that would match the vibe. I'm really liking making this border. I'm sorry that I keep repeating it, but I do. I was contemplating doing back posts, sort of this to make a little ridge, sort of. But I decided not to. I decided that just keeping it solid would be better. Because I like textured things, but I think they look better in cotton or fancy patterns. It's just a granny square blanket, I think looks better with just a nice, solid, even sort of border. And I like thick borders that are like almost the size of one of your granny squares. So it's almost like It's adding one length, but also not just that, but also it just looks wholesome and cozy. I think it's like a big, nice frame for the work you did, and so I love it personally. Hydration reminder. If you want to hang out with me, come on in. Come have a chat. Uh, I have a few friends who are not feeling so well, so I want to send them good thoughts right now. I don't want to say who they are in case they didn't want people to know, but let's just pray and send love to my friends who are not doing well. Um, the only thing I want for them is to get better. My friend, well, someone just sent me a hilarious message from Uber Eats. Their delivery person has an interestingly historical name from a very bad figure in history, and the person said, "No thanks, keep the food." I'm not gonna say who because I'm on YouTube, but it was a very genocidal person. You can kind of make it out because it's a person who targeted a bunch of different marginalized groups for some genocidal activities. Let's just say that. But yeah, their Uber Eats driver had that name. Interesting. Seriously, if that was my name, I would change my name. Just because you don't want to be harassed by people. And I know, like, a ton of people probably call their children that because they think it's a good name or whatever. Maybe they have weird ideals, but then your kid is stuck with that for life, you know? Like, personally, I've not changed it legally, but yet, but I've changed my name because I couldn't deal with my birth name, even if it wasn't for gender dysphoria. I've always been averse to my birth name, but having a name that is so strictly associated with such hateful things, I would just change it because I don't want anything to do with that. It's just like that Nazi doctor who was working on autistic people and gave his name to a category of autism, sort of, which I do not like. And people still use it and tell me, "Oh, you must have this," and I'm just like, "Dude, that's not even in the DSM anymore, and I don't want to be associated with that." A lot of autistic people still like that, and they still use it, and they prefer it actually. But for me, I feel like it's dismissing. It's telling me, "Yeah, you're not autistic enough to need accommodations. You're just autistic enough to be annoying." That's what it says when you call someone that, in my mind at least. But I assure you that my support needs are very real. Just because I can talk doesn't mean I'm better off than someone who cannot. There are nonverbal autistic people who have better social skills than I do. Like, they're friendly and like able to have a conversation with just sounds, and like they have their way of communicating. But I'm poor at communication, even like no matter what way I use. Like I struggle, and I can't have a conversation with a person. Like that's something I really have a hard time with. But there are nonverbal people who have day jobs and who are amazing at their work, and they're able to have a job that they do super well. But I can't because I freeze and I struggle with unprecise directions. But some of them are doing like better work than most neurotypicals would even do. And it's not like it's a superpower. Autism is not a superpower, and I resent people saying that, because it comes with such a big side of challenges that you don't realize. But what I'm trying to say is, just because someone is able to talk doesn't mean their support needs aren't real. Just because someone doesn't look visibly disabled and you can't see in their face or their expression that they're autistic, it doesn't negate what they're going through. So I wish people would stop saying that there's soft autism and hard autism. Like, that's not how it works. There is no mild autism. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just that people have very varied capabilities, skills, abilities, disabilities. Now, for example, my speech is a little bit impaired, but I can talk. Sometimes I do go nonverbal, though I have selective mutism, but my movement is quite impaired because I'm dyspraxic, dysgraphic. I struggle with motor skills controls a lot. I cannot control my motor skills very well. But you'll have some nonverbal autistic people who are able to do surgery. I couldn't even dream of doing anything like that because I'm too shaky to do makeup. I do it still, but it's shaky and I have to start over and over again. But that's what I mean by it's varied. Some people are extremely disabled by their autism. And some people are like me, where I'm kind of in the middle, but I'm not like capable of functioning myself in society. I need help. But I don't appear so because I talk normally, sort of. Like, what I mean is, I'm sneezing. What I mean is, I'm able to use complex sentences and words, but that doesn't mean that I'm more able to do anything else. It's just that some wires in my brain connect and some others don't. I'm very smart and introspective. I'm very good at perceiving human behaviors and things, but I'm not good at doing it one on one. I need years of observation to really seize up something. But well, years, I'm exaggerating, but I need to observe something a lot before I make conclusions. But I'm able to to form deep reasonings and things like that. So yeah, just be careful how you talk about another person's disability. That's all I'm trying to say. Something's happened apparently. My friend just wrote a post about something. I don't know. I just asked her what the heck's going on. Anyway, it seems like the world is coming to an end soon from what I'm reading on social media. I'm sorry. Ugh. And that's why I'm just working on a project for myself. My nose cannot handle being on its own for more than 5 seconds at a time right now. Yeah. This is huge. Well, huge. The thing is, when you crochet heavy blankets like that, you have to put it somewhere. And now it's like keeping me warm. So I don't like it's hard to do it in the summer when weather is starting to be a little bit hotter. So I'm glad that it's kind of decently cool right now. But I still have two sides of this black to do, which I'm uh, one third of the way through the first of these. Yeah. I'm already starting to have to use the handkerchiefs because my towel is full of. I'm sorry if that's disgusting, but my nose is not living up to expectations at the moment. Okay. Seriously, if anyone wants to commission something, let me know. I'm not gonna start today because of the nose, but I have a lot of time to crochet. I've just about almost finished all the orders I have. I still have to finish a few of the zombie cats, and then the little bunny for my friend Vivian, and someone wants to commission a Frankenstein monsters candy corn kind of thing, but they've not paid yet, so I've not started. I'm loving all of this. Seriously, in my mind, it's already Halloween. I'm already looking forward to all the things I can create for Halloween. And I want to write some patterns this year, maybe. And I know that I have to think about pride too, but I'm just too excited about Halloween this year. Something happens when you're queer sometimes, and as much as you want to support pride and be all in your community and all, like to me at least, it kind of seems like I still love all the pride stuff, but when June rolls around, I'm usually more excited about Halloween already. And don't get me wrong, I love pride and I love all that stuff. It's just that Halloween's been with me a lot longer. And so I still celebrate pride, of course. Yeah, even in crochet, it's just that the colors are more interesting to me. Things. Which I do love making rainbow stuff. But Halloween is something I would do daily for the rest of my life if I could. Maybe I'm a bad queer for saying that, though. Although I don't think there's such a thing. I think everyone has their degree of how they feel about celebration and all. I've never been to a pride event because just making an outfit and all that be complicated. My nose is not liking this. It's not. Oh, okay. Ah, after this row, I'm gonna take a little finger break. Because this is the last. Yeah, it's the last side. Here I'm coming up to the end of this. Oh. I thought the title of the video, Blanket and Sneeze, was clever. I'm sorry about the grossness of this. Already on to the second one. And I tried to put it on the ground, but it landed like in the middle of the stupid living room. Okay. these are all gonna go in the washing machine soon anyway. Oh, okay, we're gonna finish this side like I said before taking the break. Oh, okay, there. I would have never thought of using yellow anything in anything before. And now sometimes I incorporate it. Ah, fuck's sake. There's something annoying me. I have to solve it. Hey, hi. Not right now. It's relatively quick for me to make one round, but I'm not looking forward to the last ones, which will take like twice as long. Maybe not twice as long, but close. I'm exaggerating a bit, but yeah, that's why I didn't finish the other blanket, and I just finished that round and finished it like that instead of doing what I originally intended to. And I think like the final round at all will just be a single crochet round of black. And I think it will end it nicely. Just like a little reminder of all the in between rounds. What do you think? I know you can't really see it well right now. Look. I really love this, by the way. Sorry. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I, I'm glad that I can still at least make progress on some stuff today. At all. I finished a movie. I was watching Inheritance, and that's creepy as heck. I suggest you watch that. And seriously, watch it. It's good. Okay, we're gonna take a finger break now. I'm just gonna join the round first and hide the tail. And fast enough and hide the tail. That's what I'm trying to say. Even gonna put the yellow down here. Just in preparation for the next round. Okay. Oh, come on. You can do it. I'm sorry that I have things in my nose right now, but we make do with what we have. That's the best way I can find to describe it right now. Okay. So, a break. Oh, mm, may have to be a bathroom break too. Okay. And I think I gonna start in this corner. I think it's time. This is the top corner of the blanket, by the way. Yeah. It goes this way. Mm. So you can see most of it now. And I have a few different fun squares throughout. I have little spider web over here. But yeah, right now it doesn't cover much of me. It's just like if I put it like this, my feet are completely uncovered, so I want to make it so it at least covers part of my feet. Hopefully, you know, that'd be nice. So yeah, I want a huge border like this. But right now it's just a super fun colored blanket. I might not even use another color than yellow. I might keep it just yellow. Because now I don't know what other colors are gonna look like. And my favorite join might just be the zigzag slip stitch. It looks so good. It looks so thick and fun. That yeah, I use it in a lot of my pieces, and I've noticed I used to do only the single crochet one because it's faster, but I think I prefer this one. Oh, by the way, the eye is not the right side up, but the other ones are, which is okay. It's a backward eyeball. That's fine. I'm looking at it right now and I'm so satisfied with the outcome. There's a moon and the pumpkin down here too. It has a little stem. It's green. You can't really see it well, but it's right there. Yeah, I have a bunch of very fun squares that I like. Yeah, I'm happy about this blanket, even if it could have been bigger. Okay, we're gonna take the break now. Just silly things. there's a scammer going on pretending to be Gary Newman and like texting people and everything. And right now there's a warning about it in the Skinny Puppy Facebook group, and people are bullying the poster for asking if it's fake or not instead of being mad at the scammer. And goodness, I hate that mentality. Like, you really need to sit there and go like, haha, you're stupid for falling for it. No, be mad at the scammer. Like, seriously. It's not people's fault they fall for that stuff. Even if you're really informed, like sometimes it can seem so real and you can find yourself in such a place that it's easier for you to fall for it. It doesn't mean you're a bad person, and I hate that we're putting that on people. I don't think it's a good thing at all. And it angers me so much that those people are just like sitting there being little trash, like being little poops about it. Like, okay, I get it. For some people, it's just logic. But you never know. Because some people do fall for scammers. So, anyway, I'm just gonna go take a bathroom break. I'm not leaving. I don't want to have to put it in the chat because my fingers are disgusting right now. But I'm not leaving. I'm just going to the bathroom. I will be back. Hello again. Yeah, like I said, I don't like that people are bothering this person about asking for help. Like, you're stupid for even asking these days. And a lot of my friends have responded to this in a way that makes me super disappointed. Anyway, it's like it's it's a lot. I'm sorry that I'm venting about this, but I'm tired of people pretending to be good people and then bullying people who are appearing weaker than them and things like that. Like, I know that's basically survival instinct, and a lot of people are shitty about it, but do we really need to follow through with that stuff? Like, why do we even do that? Why, when someone gets hurt, we're always blaming them to get for getting hurt, and we're never blaming the person who did it. Ugh, it's just sad because we're no better. Anyway, it's just kind of uh uh anyway, I'm mad. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to sneeze again. Okay, I did not sneeze. I just blew my nose. Sometimes it's hard to know which one will happen, but today is a bad nose day. You know, when you get a bad hair day, will I get bad nose days? I'm sorry, I thought this was funny. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit more of this. This color is almost gone. I think the third row will work. I hope it will. Okay. Nice. And I don't think I will get as far as I did with the other one, just because double crochets take longer to do and they take more yarn too. I'm hoping I have enough. I don't think I calculated that badly, but You never know. My nose is full. Ugh, I'm sorry. Uh, it's hard to enjoy anything else at all when you're this sick. So I'm sorry that I keep talking about it, but like, it's taking a lot of place in my uh daily activities. Like every time I do something, I sneeze and I'm miserable. And I know that other people seem to be good at making abstraction of the things that are going on with their bodies, but I'm not. So yeah, for me it's a bit tougher because my body awareness is quite high. Like I'm made aware every 5 seconds of what goes on. Well, not every 5 seconds, like constantly more. My body sends me alerts. You're sneezing, you're sneezing, you're sneezing, you're sneezing. Feel miserable, be miserable. Like my brain literally says those things to my body. I know it sounds silly, but it's true. It definitely happens like that for me. Like my body says things like, "Oh, you have a headache right now. Better center all your thoughts around it until you're as miserable as hell." And just so you're aware, you have a headache, Winter. That my brain does that. And I'm just like, yeah, yeah, I know. I would like to do something else, please, but it won't let me. Like it's hard to understand for people who don't experience that, who can just like go on with their daily tasks even when they're miserable, but I can't. And it's not because I'm forcing myself. It's literally because my body keeps having these super strong signals. Basically, my interoception, what we call body awareness and things like that, awareness of what goes on in your body, is very high. It's abnormally high. And the signal to my brain that I'm hurt or injured or whatever are stronger than they should be. And so it makes it hard to be attentive to anything else. And that's why I suffer more, sort of, when I'm injured, because my signals are way too good, and I can't do anything about them. But yeah, that's just the way it is for me, you know. Or I could have done double crochets in black or and single crochets in yellow. I would have more problems of but I don't know. I think I did an okay choice. Now it looks like this, and I'm quite satisfied with it. I'm literally dying in a tempest of a storm of mucus, and it's the end of the nose. It's the end of the nose. My nose is deceased. It just decided to quit. And it's crying. My nose is crying. That's what's going on. It's mourning um for like clearly breathing, clear breathing and allergen free air. But like I said, there are some allergens that I cannot eliminate from my diet because I can't afford to. And that's just the sad reality of not having a lot of money. Is sometimes you have to do things that harm your body, otherwise you will literally starve. If I finished this round completely, I will have done the same numbers of rounds as yesterday, but with a little bit uh more stitches because of the increases in each round. Like you increase four in each corner, which technically is like, yeah, no, it's four in each corner. Yeah, it's that. And so I'm at the fourth round right now. So for each round, it's 16 increases total. So um, that would be 48 more stitches total that have increased since then. But every time you make a round, you have to pick up the ones from the other ones. So that that is just the number of increases, not the number of more stitches that you have to make. So I've not just made only 48 stitches. No, I counted wrong. Wait, 60, 16. No, that's 64 stitches. I'm at the fourth round. Well, I've not finished the fourth round, so technically it's more like 50 increases so far because I'm only at the first side. So I've done only the two. So, but yeah, every time you have to pick up the stitches from the next round. So it gets quite bigger quite fast. It gets bigger quite fast, I mean. Look at the miserable state of my face. I have allergy face. That's what it's called. I'm declaring it. Yes, I know that I have items in my shopping cart. Albeit I'm not purchasing them. I don't have money. I'm just doing it so I remember that those are items I'm thinking about. I hate that they remind you that you have things in your cart every so often, and I'm just like, yes, I know. Right now, there's a super good deal on on solids, by the way, for those who might want to purchase that. I know that a few of my friends like to use those. So they're like $4 something, 4.90 I think it was. So that's a good deal. Go check out the salt and solids. I think I said Twister solids first. No, these are the salt and solids, the new ones with the four strands that aren't twisted together. So just the four free strands. But yeah, salt and solids. Um, they're on sale. Go grab them. I want I would want a black one, the two green ones, the yellow, the orange, and all the purples, and maybe one white because you can do stuff with that. And I would probably use that for mosaic crochet. I don't think I would do a shawl. I don't think I would extend the shawl. I think I would just use them for mosaic or some fun like that. They're 400 meters only, though quite small, but if you get a bunch of them, you can make something fun. But yeah, they're cheap now, so grab a bunch, like $4.90 US is quite good. So while I'm not purchasing them because I'm poor, you should check them out if you're into that sort of yarn. It's pretty good yarn. I've used it, not the solids. I've used the regular Sultan. It's just 100% cotton, four strands. That's all. And you might, if you struggle with that, it says to use a bead, run your thread through it, and it will keep it together. But I've not done this. I found it better to actually not do that personally, but that's just my personal preference. I prefer to just use it as is. But you might find that it splits a lot, and so you might want to keep them together, and that's helpful. Like I said, that's not a way I like to do it. But I'm just giving you the information from the website. I'm just giving you the. Sorry, I can't see it. I'm just giving you the information from the website. Okay, I'm sorry. But that's just what I'm dealing with right now. So if you don't want to watch this video, you can just go. I understand. But like, I don't have a choice. I have to still do things, even if I'm not in a state to do them, because I'm too poor to do anything right now. I'm too poor to not work every day. Um, but yeah, mm, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. But at least I'm getting stuff done. So I'm feeling good about that. I lost quite a few viewers. I lost a lot of subscribers. I know that certain person that I won't name unsubscribed from me the other day, which I'm not mad about. I understand that was mean to her, but also like I want to be kind to myself. When I fail, I'm not being a bad person. I'm just um not socializing in a good way. But if I start to think I'm a bad person for it, it's just not gonna be productive. Because I used to think I was a very bad person and beat myself a lot over it. Um, I used to hang out with people who thought I was a bad person and would remind me constantly. And so that was counterproductive. It didn't help, it made me actually worse. And I would get super depressed over that. So I'm not a bad person because I blew up at that person the other day. I just have to accept that sometimes it happens and that I just managed my emotion poorly that time and try to do better in the future. But I know it sounds to you that I'm making excuses right now, but I have to be kind to myself because no one else is. Like no one is being like, okay, you just effed up, it's okay. Nobody is saying that. Everyone is super harsh with people online nowadays, and everyone is ready to condemn you and to cancel you every time you do one thing. Canceling someone who's harmed people and has done very, very vicious crimes is one thing. And people like to complain about cancel culture, but canceling a person who's abused people, that's not a bad thing, that's a very good thing. They shouldn't have their place in media because they're hurting people. They're using their fame to hurt people. And we just need to protect others. It's not about who deserves what. It's just about protecting people who are vulnerable. But canceling a person because they yelled at someone one time, that's the kind of thing social media does, and that's not okay. Like that's not better. But like canceling someone who's in recovery and trying hard to get better, things like that are things that happen in social media nowadays that are just very counterproductive, I think. This is just my personal opinion, but it's harsh and it's hard to just be now. It's hard to just be a person because you don't have any space for mistakes. As soon as you're viewed by others, you don't have any space for mistakes. You have to be perfect. And like I just said, it's not about condemning like every little thing. Some things do need to be, but yeah, you can't do that to someone who's just struggling because they're struggling. You have to use your head a little bit and say like, okay, maybe it's not worth it to send hate to that person because they disagree with me, but maybe that other one who said very abusive, dangerous things, maybe okay, this one I will condemn. This one I will talk back to. Well, this person got um someone's name wrong, they're a horrible person. No. But oh, someone is actively refusing to use a person's name and pronouns, then yeah, that's bad. But like, not. I'm saying don't condemn someone for making mistakes. Condemn someone for repeating harmful behaviors. That's what I'm saying. That's just what I'm saying. You know. Anyway, I cut some fibers that I shouldn't have, and now it's gonna unravel. And I hope it doesn't. I put some free check, but I think it's gonna unravel regardless because that was a strand of yarn. I don't think I cut it all the way through, but uh, I don't know. Some pieces are still gonna go flying. Eesh. Anyway, that's okay. But yes, I just think people are. The world is creating a very hard environment to live in. And people like to blame politics for that, but it's just the individuals. We're getting so self-centered, so caught up in ego. Well, we always were, sort of, but being observed every second of your life puts you in a spot where you're always wanting to satisfy others, and you're wanting to push away people who aren't living up to your standards. That's what people are doing. That's just what we're doing right now as human beings. It's not fun. It's not good, and I don't want to take any part in that anymore. Because I don't think it's productive. I think we're just hurting each other and like creating a very hard society in which mental health is just declining even more. I'm an autistic person and I get assumptions that I'm a bad person all the time over small things. And things that to me aren't even harmful. I don't understand how something can be harmful, but they're harmful to neurotypicals, but not to us. And because of it, I'm a bad person because I don't understand that, because I don't have a lived experience of it. But the person is just like, yeah, you're bad. You said something mean to me. You said something that hurt my feelings. You're a bad person. But I don't understand how it hurts your feelings because that's not something that would hurt me because I don't have that. But everyone knows this, blah, blah, blah. But no, you're a neurotypical. I don't know that. I just don't. I simply don't. I don't have that as an experience. I will never experience it, and I can't put myself in your shoes because my brain doesn't work the way yours does. And sometimes it's the same thing, but the other way around. We expect neurotypicals to act a certain way, but they're not educated about that stuff. And like, of course people should try to educate themselves, but you can't blame someone for not knowing better. You can blame someone for not wanting to learn, for refusing to learn, or for questioning the teachings, you can blame someone for that, but you cannot blame them for simply not knowing. You can offer an alternative. You can offer to educate them, and if they're resistant to that, then good, okay, maybe distance yourself, but going like, hey, this person is bad because they said I'm a person with autism. Now that person is being taught from their surroundings all the time that it's bad to say autistic because it centers the condition, blah 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 blah. Actually, a lot of us prefer it that way. I prefer to be called autistic. I don't like being told I have autism. I don't have autism. I don't live with autism. My roommate is not autism. My roommate is a dumbass. Autism is great, but I don't live with it. I am autistic. It's me. It affects everything I do. Um, and it comes with a bunch of conditions that are intertwined with autism. They're not separate things that just happen to affect me. They're all autistic traits and autistic symptoms. And even those that aren't, they affect each other. Like, for example, I gave that um, example on Facebook, and I received some very um, ableist autism mom TM comments. We all know autism moms are not bad people in general, but the stereotype. We're talking about the stereotype of autism moms here. The one that center everything around themselves and try to make themselves appear like a saint for taking care of an autistic child. That type of person who's like, but it's so hard. My kid is so awful. Blah blah blah. That type of person. I received an awful comment about it by one of those people, and my story was just that my example for everything affecting each other is I have dyscalculia, right? Makes it hard to read the time, makes it hard to count change and things like that. I struggle with numbers. And so if I'm in front of a cashier and I'm counting change, and I'm getting nervous because I can visibly see that they're waiting for me and they're getting impatient, but I don't have the social skills to understand how to react to that, what to say, and how to act. So I freeze. So every one of my conditions and anxiety heightens it as well, but they all play a role in that. It's not just me having dyscalculia, happening to have dyscalculia, but being autistic plays a huge role in how I react to that. And it's just hard to explain to people. But yeah, when I said that, I got an awful comment from that woman. Well, my child is nonverbal, so maybe just don't do this and don't do that and you'll be fine. I hate people. Like, I don't care that your kid is autistic and that you're such a saint for taking care of your autistic child who doesn't speak. You're not a saint. You're just a mom. To stop centering yourself and stop telling autistic people who are less disabled than your child that they're not disabled enough to count. Stop saying that. Like, it's really annoying. And I hid that comment. I was like, yeah, no, bye. I could have deleted it. I think we can still do that on Facebook. I'm not quite sure. But if you're an autism mom, TM, like the stereotype, not just someone who has an autistic child, but if you fit that stereotype and you tend to center yourself, um, you should first of all see a therapist and you should talk about that because you need someone to talk to and to confide in. And obviously, the internet is not a good choice for you because your child is gonna hear it at some point, and it's gonna come back to them to haunt them, and it's gonna harm your child. But if you have disabled children at all anyway, maybe don't center the narrative around you. You're not the voice of your child. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I think she said or someone else said they don't have a voice. We have to speak for them. The fuck you don't? The fuck you do or the fuck you don't? I don't remember what the expression is. But I'm sorry, I shouldn't swear. I forgot. I'm on YouTube. Anyway, no, nonverbal autistic people have said a lot that they're tired of their caretakers saying they don't have a voice and they have to speak for them. They have expressed time and time again that they would like to be listened to and that they would like their own communication means to be regarded as actual communication instead of being talked over. They keep saying this, and they're as smart as we are. They're very capable of communicating. You just have to listen and to hear them out, or to watch them, or to whatever communication they prefer. Some of them type very well. Some of them use AAC. Some of them have specific sounds that they make to express specific um, emotions, sentiments, sometimes words. You can look in their eyes and kind of like interact with them. Not necessarily directly though, because sometimes they won't really look you directly, but you can look at their nonverbal communication and you can get a lot of information that way. But that's just a wish. A thing I wish people would stop saying is saying that nonverbal autistic people don't have a voice. Just because they don't talk doesn't mean they can't communicate. That's all. It just makes me so sad. You're not the saint who has to deliver the message from the person who cannot talk for themselves. That's not fair to say. A lot of them, yeah, they won't be able to do their medical stuff and all together, so you have to advocate for them, but you can still hear them out. A lot of you talk for them instead of talking um, in their best interest. You do it for them. You talk over them, and you take the space. A lot of people do that. There's a way to ask, like if you need any information from them, or you want to hear what they prefer, or they should have a word to say about their own care, right? They should know that's what's gonna happen, and oh, maybe I would prefer this instead. There's always a way to ask. Maybe just talk gently with them about it, and maybe do something like turn it into a fun game and show them on the screen or something like that. Maybe that they're good with computers and they will be able to understand, or maybe they're better with art, so maybe you can turn it into something fun. Seriously, I just wish we would stop as a society saying that these people don't have a voice. They have a voice. They have a pretty good voice. They're pretty awesome too. A lot of them are. Not everyone. Of course, we don't want to generalize, but I've talked to a few nonverbal autistic people online, and well, obviously, I've not talked vocally with them. I've talked like by typing, by texting, and things like that. But I was delighted by that interaction and by how they have such an insight on their situation, and sometimes it's just heartbreaking because a lot of them are saying that no one wants to hear them out. No one is interested in hearing how they feel. They just their caretaker just decide, oh, I know what's best for you, and I'm acting in your best interest, but I'm not willing to hear out what you think is in your own best interest. I just thought that's interesting, and we should hear them out more. It's not really my place to say, though. I would invite you to hear them out yourself. Maybe look into it. Maybe try to find online creators who are nonverbal. There are plenty of them. A lot of them prefer non-speaking as a word. Uh, yeah. Well, I'm only partially nonverbal. I have selective mutism, or some people prefer to just say partially nonverbal, who sometimes going nonverbal. But sometimes I cannot speak. It happens a lot during shutdowns and things like that. I'm sorry. People are like coming in and leaving because they're seeing me sneeze. And like I said, I'm sorry that I can't do this without sneezing all over the computer, but it's either that or I lay in my bed and not move, and I don't want to do that. Okay. My comment has been deleted. Oh no, it's still there. Mm-mm. I'm sorry for the poor condition I find myself in. Oh God. Yeah, I have to take a break soon. Cause like I don't want to just sit around and play video games until I feel better. Cause I know I can do some work. We're gonna mask until someone comes in. Cause God, that is getting too much. So right now, I'm wearing a mask, and it's not because I have COVID, it's because I have allergies, and I'm trying to stop the fibers and things from going into my nose. I have hay fever. No, I have an actual fever, but it's from the allergy. It's not from being sick. Like that's why people call it hay fever. It's because yes, you get fever when you have allergies. We're just gonna spare all my mucus into this mask until it falls by itself. Store, I meant, not spare. We're gonna store. But at least this, if this allows me to work a little bit more quickly, not all is lost. Not all is lost. Um, and I think that yeah, this will be the last round because well, of yellow at least. Because it's looking like this, and I still have three sides to do, or two. I don't know. Yeah, I have two sides. Okay. See, I'm so out of it that I don't even know how many sides I've done. See, one thing I'm sad about is that I used to be able to stream like at night, and that's when I got the most viewers. But now I can't do that because my roommate is a big giant complainy baby, and so I can't talk to my friends anymore because they're mostly available in the evening when my roommate is home. So I can't like just talk to people anymore. And I can't stream on my phone. I've tried, but the live reaction button makes me like lose my train of thoughts, and it bothers me because I keep seeing things move on the screen that I can't remove. And maybe if I find a way to just remove that from my phone, I would, but I can't deal with having that on my screen. I've noticed that it's just like it keeps bugging me. I keep seeing it, and I can't talk while it happens. And I do want to apologize to the people I've been mean to about this, but yeah, I can't deal with the live reacts. That's why I remove them when I'm on my computer, but I don't think I know how to do that on my phone. I don't think I've seen any option to remove it from there. Because the options you get are different. They're quite limited on the phone. You don't get like all the edit buttons and everything. Like you don't get an edit button at the bottom like you do on the computer, which is unfortunate because that's quite useful. But yeah, maybe I will have one at some point. I don't know, but I can't use StreamYard either because again, the thing is you can't remove the react button from StreamYard. You have to do it from YouTube only. You have to do it by editing your YouTube live stream, and still can't do it on the phone. You have to still keep the react buttons on the phone. So if there's a way, I will try to figure it out. But until then, I can't stream on my phone anymore. This last time it almost gave me a meltdown, and I started like being super mean to the people there and overly apologizing, and I got a meltdown and I left. So yeah, I think it's just better for me to remove it. And it's also giving me anxiety that if a troll comes in, because you can put like subscribers only on the computer, but I have not found a way to do that on mobile. Maybe there is. Maybe I've just not looked carefully enough. But yeah, if a troll comes in or a message that I don't want, I can't remove it because the react button is right over it. And I think it stresses me out to have that there just because of that. Because, yes, I do get trolls sometimes. Like, I got that guy asking, like, if I was a lesbian. Well, I can't be a lesbian because I'm not a woman. You have to be a woman to, well, some people identify as lesbians and they're not women, they're non-binary or something else. But I don't like to identify that way because I don't like um, uh, identifying myself with women things because I'm not a woman. So personally, it's not something I do. I just don't enjoy how it feels to associate with female things. It gives me gender dysphoria, so I don't do it. But some people do, which is their um choice. But yeah, that person was asking me all sorts of inappropriate questions, and they were starting to say spicy things that I did not appreciate being pushed on me, and so I removed them. But not because of what they said to me, but because some of my viewers were getting angry and being mean. So I said, yeah, okay, that troll is just creating more drama in my channel. Personally, I don't mind because I will just answer all your questions and I will demystify everything you're trying to put wrong. Like, I explained to that guy that I was not a woman, and all the things he said about me that were wrong, I just explained them very calmly. But my viewers were getting aggravated by that guy. So I had to remove him. He was getting into anti-feminist stuff and into meninist stuff as well, which I like. I don't condone that at all because it's all a bunch of toxic BS, basically. I have some meninist women in my Facebook list, believe it or not. I have women who believe that feminism is a scam in my friends, and I'm just like, were you not there like when they distributed misogyny? Did you not get a good helping, or are you blinding yourself? Because I get it every day and I'm not even a woman. I'm a female born. I'm an AFAB, but I'm not even like going out and identifying as one. And I still get misogyny every day. And so I don't understand why you think it's a scam and it doesn't exist and it's just us trying to play victim. Like, I don't associate with people like that, and I don't like that she goes onto my posts and tried to push that narrative. She's not done it in a while. I think she's unfriended me actually, which wouldn't be a super big drama. I won't be sad over it, but It's just sad for people to push that narrative that, ooh, poor helpless victims, blah, 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 blah. Listen, look up the rate of feminicides just for fun. And it's high, especially for Native women. Like, they get treated horribly, horribly in such a high rate. Like, seriously, look it up and you will see what I mean. They get kidnapped. They get uh, I know the French word, but they get like put into a room and locked locked into a room and tortured and abused in many ways. I'm sorry if the topic is getting a little heavy. This is quite important to talk about actually. But yeah, just look up the rate of Native women who are being unalived and abused. It is crazy high. Even mistreated by medical staff and things like that. And just like marginalized people in general, it's a problem for a lot of us. Like, I never know if just because I'm queer or just because I'm autistic, I will be mistreated by medical staff. Sometimes it just happens, and people will gaslight you about it so much, saying, nah, you just misperceived that. That person wasn't trying to abuse you, they're just doing their job. And you're just like, hey, he just like removed my privacy curtain, or just random things like that. Or sometimes bigger things like malpractice will get justified by people saying, but they're just doing their job. I'm not stupid. Just because I'm disabled doesn't mean I'm stupid and you can pass things by me like that. I'm actually very aware of that sort of manipulation and abuse. I'm very aware of it. And I act helpless because I don't want them to know I know. But I'm very aware. Sometimes it's more helpful to play dumb and catch them in the act when they do that stuff. But like, careful about how you go about it, because I don't want you to run into trouble. That's what I personally do. I'm just like, oh, but I thought you didn't have the right to do something without my consent. I kind of just play it like that and catch them in a bad act, and they're just like, oh, you knew about this. Well, yeah, I'm not freaking stupid. You cannot just abuse me out of the blue like that. But yeah, sometimes happens in the medical field, happens in the legal field. It happens everywhere. And anyway, this is getting thick. This is good. It's still looking like Charlie Brown, which I'm not excited about. I think I might get away with a 4 round. I don't know if I want to risk it. Or I could just go with black and do a few rounds of black. Yeah, I think so. Or I don't know. I'm on the fourth round right now. And these skins are worse than 8, by the way. So I've used almost one full scan on this, minus the few grams I've used on other projects. But this was quite full when I started it. I'm gonna take a short break. I think I'm gonna taunt the devil and try to do a fourth round of the yellow after I did the black. We're gonna just try. I'm sorry, I'm threading right now. Just taking a short break. Okay, I was showing someone my hand dyed yarns. I'm excited to have finally done this. I've wanted to try for a while, and I thought like I'll just keep my little bottles until I find like 20,000 things to dye. But turns out the amount I had was perfect for the amount of yarn I had. 500 grams. I had like maybe 8 bottles or something. I used a lot of colors. Uh, but yeah, I'm happy about the result. I really am. It's not perfect, but I didn't intend it to be. I'll work with this and I'll be quite happy. I loved hand dyed stuff because I was a fan of Creation Chaos way before I got into anything crochet. Creation Chaos is a tie dyer who has a little family and everything and does mostly things on Instagram, I think. But she has hand dyed threads. They're pearl cotton. A lot of people use them for friendship bracelets, but you could use that for embroidery or cross stitch and things like that as well. I have quite a bit of her threads. They're extremely limited. Like she does a batch and then sells those, and they get sold out almost immediately every time. But I've managed to get my hands on quite a few, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have to sell those because I don't really use them, unfortunately. But like I've been a fan of hand dyeing things since then. It's just like takes a lot of space in my mind, you know. It's just interesting to me. So I'm excited that I finally got to try it out. And like I said, I was inspired by Chemnitz a lot because she posted a tutorial for tulip kits a few years ago. I think it was a few years ago. But yeah, I was looking at that and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it now. But ah, this is annoying. This is my renewal notice for my apartment, and it keeps folding down. But I don't want it to fold down. I want it to stay up. Hmm. Yeah. but I'm thinking I might try to sell them because they're beautiful, but they're sitting there unused, and someone else will use them, and I'm poor, so I might keep a few because, yeah, colors. Well, yeah, I might keep some of the more gothy colors. Or the Halloweeny ones. But Creation Chaos also had a lot of camo and a lot of speckled and things that I might not really keep. They're beautiful too, it's just I don't quite know what I would do with them. Because I have a very big collection of that, and another one from a lady that I don't remember her name, but she also hand dyes uh, pearl cotton. This is pearl 5. Well, most of it is pearl 5, but yeah, I'm almost done with this round. So when I'm done, I'm gonna show you the the pearl cottons, and I think I'll take a break. This is fun though. Enjoying myself, and I'm enjoying spending time on YouTube, even if I'm running out of nose. My nose is running out of anything in it, and keeps coming up with more. Uh, I don't know how to say it in a funny way, but I'm liking this border thing. It looks so good. I might like do small color stripes after the next black stripe, and then do a thick, very thick black stripe with a bunch of single crochet rows, rounds, or just a double crochet round, two double crochet rounds, and then some single crochet. I don't know, but it's nice to have a very firm one. So I'll see. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I'm done with this for today, and for at least this moment in time. I might pick it back up later, but now I'm done. That's my roommate coming in, I think. I hope not, because I wanted to show you my threads. Hold on. He's just like fiddling with the door. Sometimes he does that. He fiddles with the door and then he leaves again and he comes back later. He does that. Okay. Okay. Oh, and done with this round. Like I said, I'm gonna take a break. I'm too miserable right now, and I need to um at least think about eating more evil rice again for dinner. But look, it's it's coming along. I have a few rounds done. It's folding. I don't know why my borders always do this, but it's annoying. But it's it's looking quite good. Yeah, and yeah, I think I will make it bigger. I'll be right back. Just need the bathroom break again. Hi again. Now I'm gonna show you what I have from Creation Chaos if I can find it. Okay, so this is just the neon thread. This is the light effects and the metallic threads from other brands. There we go. So we have Creation Chaos, Weeks Dye Works, Thread Works, and Color Complements. And we have more. And we have, okay, this is just DMC Etoile. And it's pronounced Etoile. It's a French word, so I can pronounce it well. So, as you can see, Creation Chaos has a lot of gothy sort of colorways like this. I'm sorry, I'm losing them right now. This one is called Green to White. I'm just gonna put them here. And this was Pastel Rainbow and Pastel Rainbow in the 3. I've used quite a bit of this. I've used a lot of this to make friendship bracelets, actually. And this was called Hocus Pocus. I have some rainbow. I have very good ones. Yeah, and here we have more. I think those are the color complements ones. Yeah, they're the color complements. And this is the Threadworks. I'm keeping the Threadworks because I use it for cross stitch. Oh yeah. Okay. Sick. One thread. There's just like this one thread that is snapped. Actually, let's unravel this and do it properly. Just like, okay, I straightened it out, and then you go that way. Okay, wait. Oh, this is hard to do. You know when you just put a hank back together? You just have to twist it back around each other. Okay, now it's not wanting to do it. Okay. Oh well, I've done it as well as I could possibly. But look at, this is pretty. And it is called, oh, you don't have the name on there. But I have a bunch of Bradley's balloons, which is like this rainbow one. It's gorgeous, right? And I have the same color in the pearl cotton. And we're gonna put it back. Not about this, because I used to watch a lot of Masha Knots. Don't anymore. I don't support her because of my reason. My own reasons. This is from PC, it says. What is PC? I don't know what PC is. I think it was someone on Etsy, actually. It's No Blue Rainbow. That's the name of it. Oh, and here we have Weeks Dye Works. colorway 4101, and it's Halloweeny, so I like it. Okay, I was not prepared for this. Someone just asked me why my hand-dyed yarns are wet. I guess some people don't know how they're done, but you have to rinse out the dyes. Is this KK? Yes, it's KK. Okay. Oh, twist of lime. Look at that. That's pretty. It's got some very subtle minty blue, kind of tealish minty color. Okay, let's put the post. I'm making the post right now, so I'm sorry. Yeah. I am going to highlight this and put it in my selling. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. It removed all the text. I can't post them just. No! Remove it! Remove it! I don't want people to see them and think I'm advertising the fact that I have these. I want to sell them. Now people are gonna think I'm showing off. But now I don't remember what I wrote. I need to. Anyway, I need to go off camera for a bit. I'll be right back. Now I don't remember what I wrote, and my text was better than what I'm writing now. Not my text is not good. I'm annoyed right now. I hate that people say perle cotton instead of pearl cotton, because pearl is not a word. It's from the French perle, which means pearl, but people say pearl cotton instead, and I'm just like, uh, I know that I'm complaining over nothing right now, but it's just like, I don't know why people say that because it's not a word, and they correct you when you say pearl cotton. They say, "Oh, you mean pearl but it's not a thing. Perle is French for pearl, so the correct word is pearl cotton. My text is not good. I don't like it. It's removing my text. I need to sell these. I don't want to show them off. I'm sorry, I'm angry, but I don't have money in my bank account right now, and it seems like the universe doesn't want me to get any. It's screenshotting everything. I'm sorry that I'm getting so intense, but this is really difficult for me right now. I'm not in a good place with money, and I'm getting really frustrated over not being able to do things like that. Like it's removing my text and it's taking automatic screenshots and saving them to my phone. I can't have that happen. I People are thinking I'm showing my things off right now and I'm pissed. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to put them on Facebook too. I hate that Facebook doesn't let you post multiple photos anymore. You have to click on a separate button for that now. as much as I love those threads, and I don't have money anymore. Anyway, I have to go now because my roommate is just coming home. Um, and he's there right now, and he's gonna yell as soon as he comes in the door and finds me screaming, and he's gonna go, "Hi, what you doing?" Blah 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 blah. And so I just want to say thank you to everyone for hanging out and everything. And I want to wish you a good day. And I want to say again, all my links are in the chat and in the description if you want to help out. Right now, I don't have any money at all in my bank account. Uh, what's with my plural? Anyway, my use of plural. Anyway, if you want to help out, go over to my Ko-fi, and it's right over there. And thank you, everyone. I hope you all have a good day, a good evening, a good night. No matter what the time, no matter what time it is where you are, and I wish you a good meal, some good rest, or whatever else you need to be comfortable and to be in a good place. So I wish you self-care if you need that. I wish you some time to do things if you need that. Anything you need. My biggest wish is for people to have what they need. And I know it's bad to not look at people when you say those things, but right now I'm distracted. So I just want to say thank you. And like, these are pretty good threads. They're beautiful. Let me show you with the box closed, actually, because these are just gonna fall everywhere. There you go. That's about the best look I can give you right now. I apologize. I see them way better in person. But if I show you, the box is just gonna collapse. So yeah, I have a bunch, and if you want any colorful threads, you can write to me, and I can sell these to you. These are all pearl cotton. Most are 5. Some seem to be smaller, but were identified as 5. I do have a very small sample skein of tiny thread here that I'm probably going to keep because I can do something else, but I can't really sell it like that because it was given to me as a sample with my order, kind of a freebie. But anyway, thank you everyone, and I hope you all have a good day. I have very fun colors. Like, this is pretty cool. This looks like the thread I dyed over there. It looks a lot like it. I think I might have been inspired by this one without knowing, actually. Because I knew I had something that looked like it, but I thought it was Creation Chaos, but apparently it's not. It's from that other one, Color Complement. But anyway, thank you. And yeah, I have some. Oh, I have some beautiful ones in there. I love those spreads. I used some of this one that Creation Chaos's daughter dyed, actually, and I used it to make a candy friendship bracelet. I might like keep 1 or 2 of these in some colors. I've used a bit of some of them. They're so beautiful. Really, I'm sad to let these go, but I'm poor. I need food, so that's what I'm doing. I'm selling everything I own. So anyway, hope you have a good day, better than the day I'm having right now. Oh, cause my goodness, those allergies are pesky. Well, I should put this somewhere before it melts. Because acrylic melts in the heat, and my computer is hot. Acrylic melts. I can't pronounce acrylic. Ugh. Okay, this is all like getting tangled. But thank you, everyone. I hope you all have a good day. Bye.